The thing about Pando Moto gear is that it's always very good. They're built beautifully, they look stylish, and have very good protection. But the part that is always difficult to justify is the price tag. I mean, they're just motorcycle jeans. Yes, they're tough and do the job that they're supposed to do, but they don't do it so much better than any other brand or have world-leading technology, which makes them rather difficult to review. Until now.
Baby makes her blue jeans. Yeah, she makes her blue jeans. In those jeans. Gotta have them apple bottom jeans. Blue jeans.
You see, a motorcycle is rather easy to review in comparison. I tell you that looks are subjective, but I really like or dislike this particular bike. I tell you where the power is in the rev range and whether that's right or wrong. I tell you that the suspension is nowhere near good enough for my riding ability, paying no attention to whether that's actually useful information for the average Joe. I tell you that $20,000 is actually reasonably priced if you compare it to other $20,000 bikes. And I tell you that all of these fancy electronics, in fact, just slow me down. Now, obviously, all of this is assuming that I'm your average ex-pro racer turned motorcycle journalist. But jeans are substantially more difficult to review, because I could tell you that these are the new Pando Moto Boss 901 jeans, but you probably couldn't tell them apart from regular jeans on camera, unless you get up close. I could tell you that they are rated to slide up to 92 meters or for 6.7 seconds, and that this is a world first for motorcycle jeans. But at the end of the day, I'm too much of a pansy to actually prove it. But that is further than the walk usually is from the parking lot to the store, that people are happy to tell you is too far, and longer than you have to wait to skip an ad on YouTube, which people will assure you is an eternity. I could tell you that they cost 289 euros, but there will always be people complaining about the price. If it's too high, you will be told there are cheaper options that do the same thing. And if it's too low, people will say it must be cheap crap then. I could tell you that they're so comfortable that I ride in them, shop in them, cook in them, shower in them, and even sleep in them. But we all know that I'm just going to take them off the minute the camera cuts, simply because that's absurd. I could tell you about the beautiful embroidery on the back pockets, the logo on the sides, the blacked out reflective strips on the cuffs, or the elegant leather patch on the back that looks really good on camera. But no one will really notice that when you're out for a ride. I could tell you about the knee and hip armor that makes my trypophobia flare up, or rather, my fear of irregular patterns or clusters of small bumps. But it will never worry you again, because it's so neat and tidy once it's installed that you can't tell if they're installed or not. I could tell you about how soft yet durable this Cordura fabric is, but to be honest, I probably couldn't tell the difference between that and regular denim in a blind test. And that is exactly my point. You should buy jeans based on what you need, not because some guy on the internet wears them. Buy them because you love the embroidery and small details, even if no one else will ever notice. Buy them because you're happy to invest in your safety on the bike, not because they're cheap crap or because they're overpriced. Buy them because if they weren't comfortable enough to shower in, to sleep in, and to cook in, you would have been too lazy to put them on in the first place before your ride. And ultimately, buy them because at around the 3rd meter of your 92-meter slide, none of these reasons will be going through your mind, but you'll be glad you have them covering your ass.